This practice was inspired by a talk from Tara Brach, where she said, "Letting go is not getting rid of, it's the undoing of clenching. That clenching can show up in our bodies, in our breath, and in the grasping and clinging of the mind, holding on to thoughts, identities, or expectations. Today's Yin practice is an invitation to soften that grip. And as many of you know, I'm currently reading for a Master's in Mindfulness, and I'm deeply fascinated by the neuroscience behind these ancient practices. So in this class, I've woven together what I'm learning about the mind, nervous system, and the body with my years of yoga teaching, personal experience, and embodied practice. If you'd like to hear the full Tara Brach talk, I've linked it at the end of this video. Let's get started. Thank you for choosing to be here. This practice offers an invitation into stillness, a space where your nervous system can begin to settle and your mind may find a little more room to breathe. Today we'll be exploring the default mode network, a network in the brain that's often active and we're replaying the past, worrying about the future, or caught in looping ruminating thoughts. Through gentle supported shapes and mindful breathing, we can begin to downregulate this mental activity and return to presence. Please feel free to adjust or skip anything along the way. You are the expert on your body and your experience. Let's begin by arriving. Find a position that feels supportive, maybe seated or lying down. You might choose to close your eyes or simply soften your gaze, whatever helps you feel grounded and safe. Let's take a few breaths together using a gentle 5-count rhythm known as coherent breathing. Inhaling slowly for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale gently for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continuing this rhythm at your own count. Letting your shoulders soften a little more with each breath out. Nothing to do, just follow the count of your own breath. This is a space for simply being. And wherever you are, let this be your final 5 counts in and 5 counts out before returning the breath to its natural rhythm. And taking a few final moments here in silence, observing how you feel with no judgment, and coming back to the body or the breath. Slowly begin to guide awareness back to fingers and toes, making any small intuitive movements with the fingers and the toes. Opening the eyes if they were closed, and taking some time to reorient to your environment, sensing shapes, colors, the sensation of the air on your skin. Just before we begin here, it might be useful for you to have some bed pillows or a bolster, some blocks or a stack of books, and a yoga strap or a dressing gown belt or old tie, just to help support your practice. So pause the video here if you need to get any props, and if it feels okay for you, make your way into a supported child's pose, grabbing your bolster or pillows. Knees can be wide or closed, whatever feels better for your body today. You might rest your torso on the bolster or pillow and can turn your head to one side. You may also wish to add blankets or cushions under the hips, knees or forehead for comfort. Taking time here to adjust as necessary for your body today. And allow yourself to be held by the ground. The arms may be stretched out ahead, palms of the hands in contact with the earth, or resting down by the sides of the body, palms facing up to the sky. Knowing you can come out at any time, and if it feels supportive, return to that gentle breath. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Continuing with that breath, or resting in the organic rhythm that's already present. And if the breath isn't accessible, notice the texture of your props, the warmth of your skin. This pause inviting the nervous system to downshift, and the longer we stay in stillness, the more the default mode network begins to quiet. And if your head is turned to one side, if it feels right, gently turn it the other way. Continuing with that coherent breathing, or dropping down deep into your other senses of texture and touch with the air and your props. Perhaps asking yourself, would a small shift bring more ease? And let this pause meet you where you are for this last minute here. Very slowly now begin to rise up, walking the hands back in towards the body, and extend your legs in front of you. And fold forwards into your caterpillar, draping the torso over the legs, only as far as feels right for you today. Feeling an opening here in the backs of the legs, the hamstrings, maybe the calves, and the posterior chain of muscles in the back. You might rest your hands on your legs or support your head with a block or pillow. Yin is not about forcing or reaching, so if there's any pain in the knees, add a micro bend in the knees or props, maybe a block behind each knee. For it's about meeting yourself with gentleness. And learning to allow what's here to be here. You can continue breathing with a count of 5, or let your breath move naturally. And we're about halfway through this pause. And if your thoughts start to wander, that's completely normal. This default mode network thrives on doing. This is your space for being, so come back to sensation, the body or the breath, or even the sound of my voice if that helps you feel grounded. The final minute here, can you notice if there is any part of you that could soften just a little more? And if not, that's okay too. Remember, the shape is here to support you, not the other way around. On each exhale, just softening a little more. Whenever you're ready, slowly push into the hands to straighten the spine once more and come down onto your back. Let both knees fall gently to the right. You might open your left arm out to the left side, or keep it in close if that feels more secure. Adding any support like a cushion or block under or between the knees if there's any space there. Twisting can feel grounding for some and vulnerable for others. So please take the variation that feels safe and settled in your body. Letting your attention gently rest on breath or body. Or perhaps you can feel into the contact points with the earth, your back on the mat, your arms, your head. Just allowing yourself to soften into stillness. And if the mind is still busy, a gentle reminder that you can come back to that 5-part breath, your anchor, your body. And begin to draw your knees slowly through to center. And now let them fall gently to the left. Maybe your right arm opens out to the right side. Maybe you look out over that right shoulder or directly up at the sky or ceiling. And this side may feel different to the left side. See if you can let it be what it is. Giving your body the support it needs with any props, or if you wish to deepen the twist on this side, you may take a hold of the top knee with the left arm, and left hand. Deepening the stretch into the glute of the top leg. Reminding yourself that there's no need for symmetry here. Softening and releasing with each breath out. deepening a little further into your twist on the right side. And we'll be here for just about another minute to see if you can surrender to gravity, to your fascia, the connective tissue of the body, opening and releasing with stillness, creating space. Bringing the knees back through to center, hooking the knees into the chest, the gentle squeeze. And plant your feet wide, about mat width apart or a little wider. Bring the arms down by the sides. And begin to sway your knees gently side to side like windscreen wipers. Slow, easy, and unforced. Trying to sync up the movement with the breath. Inhaling, dropping to one side. Exhaling to the other. This isn't about stretching, it's about rhythm and regulation. And this kind of gentle motion calms the nervous system. And let's add a subtle practice to these windscreen wipers now, vagus nerve activation. So the next time your knees fall to the right, let your eyes gently look to the left, keeping your head still, just the eyes moving, holding the gaze to the left for a few seconds, and then returning to center. Now let your knees fall to the left and your eyes drift to the right, holding the gaze to the right for a few moments. And then allow the gaze to return to center. Repeat this slow crisscross pattern for a few more rounds, sending calming signals to the brain, helping deactivate the default mode network and bring us into presence. And make this round your final round from left to right or right to left. You might choose to pause here in stillness, letting yourself feel what shifted. Maybe the mind is a little quieter, or the body more grounded. And when you feel ready, bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall open into reclined butterfly. There should be no pain here in the knees, sliding the feet further away from the body, allowing the legs to come into a diamond shape. Should reduce any pain here in the knees, or you might wish to do a one-legged variation, with one leg straight and the other knee bent, bringing the sole of the bent knee, of the sole of the bent knee to the straight leg. Place any support under the thighs if that feels good, feeling a gentle stretch into the groin, into the inner thigh, the adductors. And the hands might rest on your belly or over your heart. Let yourself be breathed here. No need to control anything, just receive. This is your radical permission slip to rest, feel, to simply be. And for the last few moments in your reclined butterfly, if you wish to deepen into the pose, you can slide your heels in closer towards your groin, remove any props out from underneath the legs, allowing the body to surrender deeper to gravity. And slowly begin to bring the knees in towards each other again. Plant your feet wide once more and allow the knees to gently rest against each other in constructive rest. Let your arms land wherever feels most natural. On the belly, out to the sides, or even overhead. And if this shape doesn't feel right, you can extend the legs long in Shavasana, allowing the feet to fall open to the sides. Let go of any effort or holding in the brow, jaw, belly, fingers and toes. What's it like to rest without needing to change anything? To know that rest is your birthright and you are more than deserving of this time. You are held here by the earth, and you are safe to feel and also safe to not feel. So trust your body. Come back to the breath if you need, and notice how stillness feels now. Knowing that you don't have to chase calm. It's already here. And I will leave you here for some moments of silence and guide you back when the time arises. Begin to gently awaken the body, wiggling your fingers and toes, stretching if that feels good. Rolling to one side and pausing here, curled and supported, resting your head on your lower arm, keeping the eyes closed or with a soft gaze. And as we close this practice, know that the stillness you've cultivated isn't just nourishing to your body, it's also calming to your mind. Through gentle shapes and steady breath, you've helped downregulate the default mode network, the part of the brain responsible for rumination and mental chatter. By shifting into presence, you've created space for something deeper: rest, clarity, and connection. This quieting isn't about controlling the mind, it's about softening into now. So thank you so much for showing up for yourself today, exactly as you are. And remember, presence is always available right here in your breath. And may you carry this with you one breath at a time. I hope to see you again on the mat soon. Until then, stay true to yourself. That's where the magic happens. I'd like to dedicate this practice to all the teachers who light the path, and in particular to Tara Brach, whose teachings continue to inspire my own journey. This class is part of my Neuroscience of Yoga series, a 10-part exploration weaving together mindful movement, meditation, and research in brain science. The full series, a 30-part series, including deeper dives into the neuroscience of meditation, yoga nidra, and embodied awareness, will be available on our Ko-fi platform. Some of these practices will also be shared freely here on YouTube because accessibility and collective growth matter. If you'd like to support the continued sharing of free yoga, mindfulness, and meditation content, you're welcome to offer dana, a practice of heartfelt generosity. You can do that by buying me a coffee or leaving a tip through the Ko-fi link in the comments below. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart for practicing with me today and for being part of this growing conscious community. May this practice ripple outward and be of the benefit for beings everywhere. Until next time, take care of your mind, your body, and your breath.